What up, peeps? It's Gabe and Siege, and we're here to do our 8-month update. Yes, my baby is 8 months and almost a week. Yeah, he turned 8 months on the 17th, so we'll come and tell you what's been happening. Let's see. He is about 18.5 pounds. He's probably close to 19 pounds. He got weighed last week at the doctor. We had an emergency visit, and he is 27.5 inches long, I believe. Yeah, 27.5 inches long. I don't know the percentages or anything like that because, like I said, when we went to the doctor, it was for an emergency visit. He had a temperature of 100.4 last week, and I gave him some like Tylenol and gave him a nap, woke him up, and it was higher. It was 100.9. So I'm like, okay, this is not normal. I ended up taking him to the doctor, and they tested him for RSV and strep, and it came back positive for strep. So they prescribed amoxicillin for him to give it to him for 10 days. I'd say 2 or 3 days later, he broke out in rashes, like all over his face, all over his stomach, and everything. So we took him to the urgent care, and they said that it was probably an allergic reaction to the amoxicillin. So they prescribed him something else, and they gave him a steroid that I was supposed to give him for like 2 days just to knock out the amoxicillin, and then they prescribed him something different, which we finished using, and the rash cleared up perfectly, so that was great. He is standing and walking as long as he's holding on to something. Like we have an ottoman in the living room, and he walks around the ottoman like at full speed. He's so fast. As long as he's holding on, he walks around it, but he's like barely holding on because he walks around it hitting it at the same time. So he stands like when he wants to stand, and he's good at balancing by himself without holding on to anything. He doesn't balance, very long, like he'll fall over, but I would say he's gotten up to like a minute just kind of standing there without falling. So that's cool. Last week he actually took 3 steps, and we were so excited. We got it on camera, but we scared him because we started laughing. So that was really cool to see him take his like 3 little steps, but he has not done that since then. He's waving. He now knows how to wave, so he waves all the time, constantly. He's always waving, and we're saying, teaching him hi and bye-bye and all of that stuff, and he gets it. When he sees us do it, he'll think about it, and then he'll start waving. And then like when he's playing and stuff, he'll just be sitting there waving. He'll wave like both of his hands. It's the cutest thing ever. He has a car that he plays with, and he loves his car. He like takes the car and pushes it around. He actually likes anything that he can push around on the floor. He's very vocal. He is always talking. He's always saying something. He's Dada, he's been saying. We're working on mama. He hasn't quite gotten it. The other day though, he did pronounce the M. He was like "m," but that was it. But that was good for him because he's never pronounced the M before. So keeping our fingers crossed that mama is coming soon. Let's see. I could have sworn the other day he said, "Oh my God." He was walking around the ottoman, and he like screamed, "Oh my God." It was so clear. So he's listening to us. He's definitely picking up certain things, but he is very vocal. He has like this singing voice too. It's kind of like you would think he's singing, like he's not just talking. It's like melody to it. It's so funny. So yeah, he's very live. He's all over the place. He can independently go where he wants to go. The other day he went and pushed the bathroom door open to see what Dad was doing. So he's very good at getting around where he wants to go. But I will say that we are experiencing a little bit of separation anxiety because he still kind of cries. Like if we're in the living room together and I get up and go to the kitchen, he's not a fan. Like sometimes he'll play by himself if he's entertained, but sometimes if he notices me walking away, he fusses. So that's kind of been an issue. Like we deal with that on Sundays when we take him to the nursery at church. As soon as we step foot in the nursery, he's crying because he knows that mommy is getting ready to leave. I think he understands that I leave and I come back, but he's still not a fan. So that's been kind of, I'm not going to say tough, but I wish that I mean, I think that it comes with me being a stay-at-home mom. He's with me all day, every day, and we don't have family here. We don't have friends here. So he doesn't get babysat very often. So he's always with us. So I think that kind of comes with the territory. But we're working on it. He seems to be getting better. Each week he gets better in the nursery. So I think the more we do it, the more he gets used to it, then, you know, the better he'll be. I'm still working on it at home, though. I don't really know what else to do. Like, I try to come back, or I'll try to talk to him when I'm in the kitchen to let him know I'm there, and I'll tell him to come on or come in here with mommy. And sometimes he gets it and he'll travel to where I am, but sometimes he'll just sit there and fuss. So it's hit and miss with that. He's still sleeping through the night. We are still, you know, doing great with our sleep training. He goes down about 7:30 and wakes up right around 6:30. So that's been awesome. He sleeps completely through the night. No complaints there. Our nap schedule has gotten a little bit out of whack. And I find myself like feeding him to sleep for his naps, or, you know, holding him until he falls asleep and then putting him down. Just because we were doing a lot of traveling when I first started the program. So it was difficult to keep his nap schedule the way I wanted it. So then once we got back home, I just got comfortable with feeding him to sleep. So we're working on getting our nap schedule back. He still does take 2 to 3 naps a day. It just really depends. He's kind of growing out of that third nap, and most of the time he takes like two naps, and they range from about 30 minutes to 2 hours. It really just depends. Clothes size, he is starting to grow out of his 6-month clothes. Like, he had been in his 6-month clothes and I didn't think anything of it. Some of them were still kind of too big, and last week I put something on him and it was like almost too small. So he is about to be in 9-month-old clothing. Like, he needs to be in 9-month clothing. Some of his 6 months he can fit, and the other ones, like his onesies, he can still fit the 3 to 6 month onesies, some of those. But like his pants and stuff, he needs a 9, and like his pajamas and things like that. So he's getting up to the 6-9 months in his clothes. He's still in the size 3 diapers. Let's see. Hi. His little hair is growing a little bit. He's getting more hair on the top there. It's the cutest thing ever. And it's blonde. Like, his hair, it's like a sandy blonde, like kind of blondish brown. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, he clearly did not get that from my side of the family. He's getting his little flip in the front. Like, I noticed that after it gets washed, or if he gets hot and sweats a little bit, it curls up in the front. So I don't know if that means his hair is going to turn out curly or what. It's still kind of straight right now though, so I'm not really sure if it's ever going to get curly, like curly, but it does kind of curl up a little bit. We are still breastfeeding, still exclusively breastfeeding, and I hate to admit it, but I feel like I'm getting kind of tired of breastfeeding, and I'm not really sure why. I think I'm just kind of over it. My plan is to stick with it for 12 months. I really want to stick with it for 12 months, but I was been starting to kind of question if he's getting enough milk, like if he's getting full, because he still nurses quite a bit, and I don't know if it's because he's just comfortable with it, if he just does it just, you know, to be close to mommy, or if he's actually really hungry, because he is eating solids now too. He's been eating solids. We started, you know, solids around like 4.5, 5 months. So he's good with his solids now. Like, we eat, you know, he eats eggs or oatmeal in the morning. We snack on bananas or apples throughout the day. He still eats his Mums, his rice crackers, and I buy the little pouches. Ella's Kitchen is our favorite brand. He loves those vegetable combinations and the vegetable and fruit combinations. He's a fan of those pouches. For dinner, a lot of times he eats you know, what we've had, or if I have leftovers, sometimes I'll, you know, chop them up and give it to them. He does really well with chewing his food because he has no teeth. I have thought that he has been teething for months now, but obviously he hasn't been, because no teeth have grown in at all. His gums, some days they look white to me, some days they don't. He doesn't seem to be bothered by them, so I'm not really sure when his teeth are going to come. but hopefully they'll come soon. But he does bite, and that's another reason why I'm trying to figure out like how to teach him not to bite. I'm still trying to teach him no. I feel like he understands what no means, but he still does what he wants to do. Like he knows what no means, but he's not the best at paying attention to when mommy says no. So we're still working on teaching him no. And it's just the funniest thing, because he looks at you like he'll do something he's not supposed to, and then he'll look back like, did you see that? And I'm like, no. And then he'll just look at me, and then he'll just start laughing and smiling. So it's like so hard for me to keep a straight face, but I'm trying to, so I can teach him the meaning of no. And that's been an issue with the bite. Like what I've started to do is once he bites, I just take him off. I take him off and I stop the feeding. But I don't know if that's the best way to teach him. So if any of you guys have dealt with biting and breastfeeding, please leave your tips down below, because he doesn't even have teeth and it hurts now. So I can't even imagine once the teeth come in what that's going to feel like when he tries to bite on my nipple. Not a fan. So yeah, so anyway, with the breastfeeding, I really want to try and make it a year, and I found myself starting to think about supplementing with formula, and I can't bring myself to do it. And I try to figure out like, why do I want to stop breastfeeding? Because it's inconvenience, because I feel like it takes up too much of my time. Like, what is the real reason behind me not, or behind this kind of over it feeling? And I haven't really been able to pinpoint that yet. So until I can pinpoint it and really have a reason why I should stop, I'm going to try and make it to 12 months. Like that was my goal. If I can make it to a year, because I really don't want him to have formula at all. I want him to just transition to regular milk and call it a day. 9 times out of 10 I'm going to make it to a year, because it's just, I don't have a valid reason enough to stop, and it's just not worth it. For my convenience, it's just not worth it. So but I do want to make sure he's getting full. So if it comes to where I'm not producing enough, because I have noticed that my pumping has slowed down, like the amount that I can get from pumping has kind of slowed down. And I still take fenugreek. I take like a million pills a day is what it seems like, but and they help, and I can get 1 full bottle a day, but I only pump once a day, and that's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning. So maybe I should start pumping like in the morning and at night, just to kind of build up my stock, because I used to have a stockpile of breast milk, but now I only keep maybe like 2 to 3 bottles in the refrigerator, maybe a few in the freezer, because they've all dwindled down and my supply is not as big as it used to be. So it's hard for me to stockpile, because I was like, well, maybe I'll just switch to just strictly bottle feeding only. But I'm not able to pump enough milk for that. So my main concern is just making sure that he has enough food and that he is full, and so that's why I make sure that he gets enough food as well. I know that the food is not supposed to take the place of the breast milk, but I just want to make sure he's getting everything that he needs. And if I can do that without introducing formula, then that's the plan. So I'm rambling about that, but it is something that I've kind of been concerned with. So I just thought I would share it with you guys and get your feedback to all the people that have breastfed or formula fed or whatnot. How did you deal with transitioning? When did you start? Is it ever okay to give a baby milk before the age of 12, regular milk before the age of 12 months? So anyway, I feel like that's it about him. As far as for me, 8 months postpartum, and I am still at my pre-pregnancy weight. I'm actually a few pounds under my pre-pregnancy weight, and I've been here since month 6. So for the last 2 months, I haven't really lost anything. I've kind of hit a plateau, but I've maintained. I haven't gained anything either, so that's a really big plus. I'm really happy about that. Yes, I am still making a video about the weight loss and how I lost the weight. I'm planning on making it within the next week or so, so look for that probably like the beginning or mid-October. Someone on my previous video asked how the diastasis recti recti was going for me. I don't know how to pronounce it. You guys remember when I talked about that condition and the separation of the abdominal muscles? And unfortunately, I did not stick to the exercises that my midwife gave me, that packet she gave me of exercises that you're supposed to do for like 12 weeks. I did it for maybe like 3 weeks, and that was about it. But I will say now that it has closed significantly. Like, it used to be like a 3-finger width in between, and now it's only like 1 finger. So it's pretty much gone. So I think it's one of those things where it does go away on its own. It may not go away completely, but it will get better on its own. She wanted to know if I thought it helped with the C-section. Honestly, I don't know. I don't feel like it made it better, made my C-section any better, or, you know, any worse. I don't really think that it affected it at all. And you know, something that I definitely developed during pregnancy. I never had it before, but I can't tell you how things would have been differently had I not had it with a C-section. So I can't really fairly answer that question because I don't know what it's like to have a C-section without it. So I'm fine now. I can say that I'm fine now. My stomach is fine now. The recovery was fine. I didn't have, you know, I didn't have any issues recovering from my cesarean, so I don't think that it made a difference either way. And I hope that that answered your question. He's all over the place. Oh, another thing that I have experienced, postpartum shedding. Yes. And I was going to make a completely different video about this, and I still might. But yes, I have experienced postpartum shedding, and I would say that it started around month 6, and I think it's just now starting to wrap up. I noticed it the most like right here in my temple area. So yeah, I think I am going to make a video about that to show you what my temples are looking like now and what they looked like before. And I think they're starting to actually grow back in. And I've been, you know, using some Jamaican black castor oil and all that good stuff. So yeah, I did get bit by the postpartum shedding bug, and it was not very fun. I was not happy about losing my edges, but that's life. Alright guys, I think that's it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Leave them down below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in a couple of months, okay? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. You gonna wave? Say bye-bye. You can do it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There you go. Yeah. Bye-bye. Good job, baby.